What's up, family? Welcome back to Brian's World. So we have been getting ready for the release of Madden 25. I've been sharing my experiences with the game. I've been playing it for a little bit now. You know, I even had one video taken down at this point. So we've been having some actual conversations about this game. So today, what I'm gonna do is just answer some of your questions right here, because I've been seeing a lot of your comments and things. So we'll just have one big conversation about Madden 25. We'll do that right now. But first, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Madden 25. And also, if you're like a sports simulation gamer, you tend to like franchise gaming and all of that, this is your home. This is your place. So go ahead and get subscribed. Never miss an update, because the Madden 25 release is literally right around the corner. And also, just on like a little personal level, we have a goal trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So we appreciate your help. All right, so I'm gonna start with Zane OTB. He asked me, how much are they paying you, bro? EA isn't paying me anything, not a dime. In fact, the fact that a video got taken down, I mean, I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that says a lot right there. I'm not on any type of payroll for EA. I feel as though personally, my reviews are extremely honest and extremely fair. I'm just a gamer, a sports gamer who has had some amazing memories with Madden for the last, over 2 decades, who loves to unwind and kind of just sneak away with my Xbox and just chill. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Ain't nobody paying anybody. Just in general, I've been extremely fair. I feel like I have more to say about that. I just don't know exactly like what I'm trying to say when it comes to that. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have to do a lot of work. Me and my little brother, you know, this is how we bond. This is our thing. This is what we've been doing since we were kids. Just let us play Madden franchises. We have to do a lot of work to enjoy this game, and I haven't been shy about sharing any of that, you know? But if you think that I'm getting paid for it, then by all means, enjoy yourself. So Adam Gonzalez, 5649, says, it's been the same franchise crap. I had ideas, but I thought they can have NFL Network for franchise. Thought they can have fantasy football as well as play a game within the game, show pictures like a magazine like it used to. All fantastic ideas, Adam. I be thinking the same thing. And I actually had that exact same fantasy football idea. I just thought it'd be a really small, thing to add, but actually that's not small. It's a whole new system. Oh no, this was the small idea, and we're just spitballing now, and none of this is ever going to happen. But even if they just added the over/under on the scoreboard, like little doses of realism like that just goes so far. But these ideas, we don't work for EA. The other guy that left the comment thinks that we do work there, but we don't work for EA. So it gets to a point where it's like, you just want to enjoy the game. Yeah, so these are all fantastic ideas. Don't get me wrong, and we all have them, but like, it's just not going to happen. That's the most frustrating part about dealing with this game in particular over the years, is that all of these ideas just seem to come to us, but they never really get to them, if that makes sense. But for what it's worth, yes, your comment posed a lot of great ideas. I will say the NFL Network one, actually the license for that may not be that big a deal to get, because they're already in partnership with the NFL. So yeah, great ideas, but don't hold your breath. Please don't hold your breath. William Butcher Poole, which is a really dope name, says, wait, let me guess. It's like Madden 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's not. Madden 25 is not like those titles. As I said, it is a step up, but it's not like a major step up. It's a game that, depending on how addicted to football you are, how addicted to the NFL you are going to enjoy it in doses. I just feel like the feeling that you're going to have, the overwhelming feeling, is that you're going to want more from the game. You're going to be thinking about what they could have done, especially with EA College Football 25 being out and just seeing all the limits that dev team pushed. You're going to want more from Madden 25, but it is not like those other titles. No. I hope that answered your question. Desnu TZ123 says, I want honest dev trait building. If I break a rushing record, I should have X Factor. Des, it's kind of hard for me to answer that one because I don't use X Factors. I cut it off because it's buggy. It feels a little arcadey to me. I can't. That's just not my thing. And even on Madden 25, as I mentioned in the franchise review, I actually left all of that stuff on when testing. I spent a couple weeks with it on. Actually, I spent a full season and 2 preseason games with the X Factors and everything on, didn't touch anything, and I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't take it. It just doesn't do it for me. And in the back of my mind, I always feel like there's something going on behind the scenes, like under the hood, some sort of gimmick going on. And I'm never really actually playing the game. The game is kind of playing me, if that makes sense. So we always cut it off for our franchise. So Dez, yeah, you break a record. I mean, you definitely should get some sort of love for that. But I don't know, because I cut the X Factor off, so I don't want that. I don't want that. But Ingenious Savage, dope logo or dope profile picture for Madden 25. Can you ask Madden to fix CPU versus CPU sound? You do not hear on-field sound when watching CPU versus CPU. It has been like that for the past few Maddens. Ingenious. That is a great comment. Well, on one end it is. On the other end, I'll start with the other end. On the other end, you can literally go in and change these settings for yourself. It's been like that for every year, and I know that because, you probably see where I'm at. I work in sound, basically. I'm a radio host. So, and also audio producer, commercials for a lot of different companies and everything. Audio is pretty much one of the ways that I feel the most alive. It's also one of the most frustrating things with the Madden series. It could all be changed just by volume. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna add to the community, is just kind of like my audio settings, my audio sliders, because when I make those changes and then when I also share them with other gamers, other people that's like in our circles, they love it, Yes, they do have a lack of detail when it comes to the audio. I think it's just kind of one of those things for them where it just say, hey, we're going to set it and forget it, let it be. And then at the end of that is something that you can also edit yourself. And then lastly, that is something that I want to add to the community as well. So Ingenious, I appreciate you for bringing that up. But yeah, keep creating those kind of environments and that kind of like simulation experience. Like that's a really dope thing that you're setting up. That's really dope. Barry H 1963 says, I wish we can start in Madden as we can in college football as a defensive or offensive coordinator. Oh my God, B. Barry, yes. I ain't even gotta read the rest of. Well, I will read this part because he says that is boring and it's a shame you're not able to export your head coach. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of that. But Barry, I don't even think that EA realizes how major that would be if you're able to start as a coordinator. And also how unrealistic it is that you could just jump in as a head coach. Like even on our college football 25 franchise or dynasty mode, that we started, we both started as coordinators. That's basically the law of the land for the most part. Very few people just come off the street and just get a job as a head coach. Barry, that would be so fun, bro, just to be able to climb the ranks as a coach. And also something else that I thought would be really interesting and is a very small fix. You should be able to edit coaches. As the commissioner of the of the franchise, I'm getting my games confused, of the franchise, you should be able to go around the league and put in the assistant coaches, because I can't remember if I mentioned this on the franchise video. I probably did, because it's literally another major frustration for us. You should be able to make these changes because I don't want to see all these fake coaches. Like, okay, EA, if you don't want to do the work, we'll go around, we'll put in the different coordinators and whatnot, and that way when it comes time to do the coaching carousel, I know we kind of got off of a tangent here, Barry, but when it comes to that coaching carousel, it's a lot more realistic, So, yes, great idea, fantastic comment. Thank you so much. Hassan Reddick -BM2YB. I don't think you the real Hassan Reddick. Does progressive fatigue and auto subs really working? I can't say, and I think I actually answered this too, but I can't say for sure whether or not they're working or not working, mainly because it's still in testing phase. We still got, at least 3 weeks until release. Nothing's really broken. Nothing's really fixed at this stage of the game. It's just stuff. Now, I will say, and maybe this will answer your question, I had to turn it off when I got to that third preseason game. I just had to cut it off. It just felt buggy. It felt weird. So I had to turn it off. And that third and final preseason game was an amazing experience. I had a great time. And no, EA is not paying me, whoever the other commenter was. I'm just saying I had a good time. That's it. But to answer your question, I had to cut off progressive fatigue, and I set up my auto subs. It was realistic. It was cool. People coming in and out the game and all of that. Yeah, I despise progressive fatigue. Great idea. Great in theory. Terrible in practice. Ingenious, it's you again. Ingenious.savage. More stat banners. More info with stats and franchise during games. Yes, I did see some new designs for banners. Was it enough? No, not by any stretch. I just don't want you to get your hopes, to the 100th floor. I just don't want you to do that, because different design, different focuses for the stats, like, we're talking about different things, but not as often as you would see on an actual NFL game. And you're going to want more of it. Definitely going to want more of it. To answer your question, yes, there are some things different about that. Doomhammer 1119. My channel is all about, I remember this one. My channel is all about my 32-team franchise, meaning that I play offense for all 32 teams. I love that. We actually have a name for that, and I'm going to introduce that to this channel too, because I think this is, we'll keep talking. For all 32 teams, managed coaching, drafting, signing, all of that, because it's more enjoyable. Yes, Doomhammer, that is the absolute best way to play Madden. The issue is, well, we call that God mode, by the way. I'm going to do a video on it. But the issue is you shouldn't have to do it. So that's the threshold. That's where a lot of people hit the threshold and they say, well, I shouldn't have to do this, so I don't want to do this. And I can't. Listen, you're right. You shouldn't have to. That's on you. Problem is, I'm really addicted to football. I'm really addicted to the NFL. I used to play football. I love the sport. So, I mean, we just find ways to finagle it, and that's what we landed on. We call it God mode, and like Doomhammer mentioned, select all the teams, be all the coaches you need to be to make it as realistic as possible. Get all of those fake coaches out. You can't do anything about the coordinators, but the head coaches, get all those fake head coaches out. It's really dope if you're able to actually, put who you want in there. You don't have to rely on the CPU sim mechanics. You don't have to rely on the AI. You don't have to rely on anything but you. It is a lot of work, but it is also a lot of fun. I can't wait to introduce God mode. But yes, Doomhammer, that is really dope, man. Really dope. I'm going to have to check your channel out. That's really awesome. I'm going to do two more. Lost Story Productions. I thought presentation was supposed to be top notch. Nothing new with the halftime show. Nope. And for what it's worth, in testing, that wasn't really their focus. They really wanted to show off the new gameplay mechanics, what they call boom tech, and they did a good job of showing that off. That was dope. Like, if you play college football 25, Madden 25 is going to be a really good complement to college football's mechanic system. But when it came to franchise, there were a lot of gaps. There wasn't like any music under it. Some of the older pieces from before the previous titles were still in there. Things that I know for sure EA is already taking care of. It just wasn't in the testing phase. Those weren't glitches. Those weren't anything like that. It just wasn't the focus of testing. The new presentation teams, new broadcast teams, Mike Tirico, Olsen, I can't wait to hear this. I have not heard it. I will say that the adjustment in presentation to kind of lean more towards the Monday Night Football theme, that was a really good step. I can't wait to see what it looks like in full scale because, like I said, it's just in testing, it's just really limited. Presentation is different. I didn't see anything different with the halftime show. Oh, yeah. And then got to shout out Divine Paradox 2507 because otherwise we wouldn't be here without this comment right here. He said, I subscribed. Thank you. But just some advice. Take it or leave it. Don't just keep it on the same screen the whole time. I'd rather see you talking than at the same screen. I appreciate that comment because here we are, and this feels good. I like it. I like it. And also, this helps to make sure I don't get my video taken down. I don't know if you saw what happened, Divine, but we had a video that was taken down a couple weeks ago. It actually was the video about the Creation Center, and I re-uploaded it, and I took the trailer out. So, of course, to substitute the trailer, it was just pretty much a graphic floating on the screen, and it hasn't been taken down again, knock on wood. So, I think the trailer was the issue, but no excuses, definitely no excuses. I'm definitely going to step up the production of this and, take my time with it. But the reason why you were seeing that repetitive image and video was just because I ain't want to get flagged again. You only get a certain amount. So still a lot of comments. Oh, one more. Just one more. Because I want to shout out XSendDX who said hail to the Commanders, although I miss the other team, but hail to the Commanders. I think we're going to be the sleeper team this year, and I'm not biased in that. I look at people that put us near the bottom of the league, and I just think you don't know football. Like, there's no way you could look at our roster and say we're going to be in the bottom 4 of the league. It just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, I'll leave it at that. Still more comments to get to, and maybe I'll do that in another video. I'm gonna get this one edited, get this up, and get this ready to go, and then we'll go from there. I appreciate the support. I really love the community. I really love sports gaming. I love to add to the community, add things that are helpful for your experiences when it comes to this, so I appreciate the support because it allows me to support you. So until next time, I'll holla at you. If you need to get caught up on anything Madden 25, you want to see what we've been talking about, just click the video on the screen.